Hey Beth, say I'm gonna just show you kind of where everything's at. This I will leave out for you, this sheet, but basically Dylan, Lawson, Jack, and Jade are all in a group together. Freya has not been here. If she comes back, then Dylan could get boosted up and work with Freya, and they could work on H together out of Learning A to Z. These guys are working in Fountas and Pinnell, but I've been pulling stuff from Learning A to Z because their resources are better for like grammar work and stuff like that for these. And then I just have them like draw a picture, do something reflective in the lesson. And then L's are Bell. Cameron hasn't been here, so I haven't assessed him, so I'm not sure where he's at, but Bell's been working in L. And then Mara and Daniel. Daniel wasn't here today, but he was yesterday. Mara and Daniel have been in P. So, and I have Cameron here too, just because I didn't know where he was going to be. Trench is not coming. So that's how it's all kind of is. And in the room, I gave each of the kids a folder and I wrote down which books that they've read. So this is this group's books, and then in their folders they have a finished side and a not finished side, so you can kind of put stuff if they haven't done it in the other side, and that way when I come next Tuesday I'll know if there's anything they need to get done. These guys, I'm not sure whose they are. One's Dylan's, I know, and I can't remember who did the other one, so if you can figure those out and get them in the right folders, that'd be great. This is the next book for Thursday, and they're all working. Like, this is book 74, so I believe that's in box 4 of the Fountas and Pinnell, which is over by the door. So that's what this group is doing, and they're all working on Lexia. So I've been just working with one group at a time, reading with them, and then if they're not reading with me, they're either doing their book work or doing the after we read the book work. So Belle's station's over here, and she and I, let's see, she's an M for Learning A to Z, and today she read The Story in the Sun and did a compound words activity, which actually I had that other group do too. I just used her grammar work for them because I like the work better. It's more independent and stuff. They did need to go through it afterwards with me, but at least they got a good start on it. And then Belle needs to go through and correct her mistakes on this, so she might need a little help with that. I left the book in here. And then she was having a hard time just copying words out of here with correct spelling, so I told her that she needs to go back and find the words, underline them, and then make sure she's spelling them correctly, and then figuring out what that present tense is. So she can finish up on that work and then go on to the next book, whatever book you want to do with her. And then Mara, Daniel was gone today. Mara did an ABC order thing. She needs to go in and circle the prepositions on this paper, and then she needs to do the quiz for the book we read. And we read this book, Glow in the Dark Animals. So, and then the day before they read a book, I didn't have them do too much with it because I was trying to figure everything out still, but Ants in My Bed is what they read the day before. So, and Daniel, like I said, wasn't here, so he'll probably just go on to the next book if he comes back tomorrow. And that's that. So it's the 3 groups. Cameron hasn't been here. And then over here against the window, what I did is I went to the elementary school and just grabbed a bunch of books in the boxes that Emily already had in there, Learning A to Z. And then I pulled a couple of them from each section and made it, and copied and printed out all of the activities and stuff. So you can just go through. If I were you, I'd figure out who is here first before you do this. And then while Brooke's reading the book, I just went in and made the right amount of copies for the activities I wanted to do. So in each one, there's, it's pretty consistent among them, but there's a lesson plan. And they read the book for 5 days in these lesson plans. I just pulled like 1 or 2 of the worksheets out of it. I didn't do the whole week thing. I just had them read the book. We read it together, and then they did the vocabulary. If you want to spread it over 2 days, that's fine. But just let me know however you want to do it, and I can go with whatever. But this is like 13 pages of vocabulary for everyone. And there's some fill in the blank things. So you can use that if you want. There's also like a grammar section. I think I actually printed out 2 vocabulary things. There's usually like a comprehension kind of thing in there. Oh, and a grammar thing. This has to do with quotation marks. And then some word work action in there too. Oh, good. This is using contractions, which would be a really good one. And then there's always a quiz. I thought it would be nice to do the quizzes and a word work each day, something that they can do independently. Because they can do like this, they could do if you did a quick mini lesson while you're reading with another group before you read with them. So anyway, that is what I did. So there's this group of books is all for Mara and Daniel. This group, the M's, are all for Belle. And then I just did one of the H's in case Freya shows back up. So I just have one of those printed out, but I will text you Emily's username and password. So if you need to get in and print anything else off, you can get into Learning A to Z and do that. So hope that all makes sense. Feel free to call me. I'm going to be home, so feel free to call me if you have any questions. Oh, and the last thing, these are what Emily had at the elementary school, these folders. And I figured, and all they have everything I just showed you. They had everything in these packets in there. So I was thinking, these are the 2 we did this week already that I did with the kids. So I was thinking if you want to just put all the originals back here, then we can make folders and add them to Emily's collection because it's all printed out and we may as well. So if you want to just set all the used Reading A to Z's over here, then when we're done next week, we can just put everything back into the book room. All right, sorry this got long, but that is all of it, I think. All right, hope you're having a great week. Thanks, Beth.